afternoon, YouTube. It's man always George Page, aka the Emperor. Female Bobby Talk coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, hope you have a nice weekend. And I hope you all enjoyed the event that happened Saturday. Right here, we have my partner and hand of the Emperor, Jen.
Hello.
Yeah, you do. And we appreciate y'all time as we're going to talk about, like I said, last night's, yesterday's first bodybuilding show for women. As you know, just in general, I would say women's physique, women's bodybuilding, because a lot of shows have been so most of the divisions like figure, wellness, bikini, those and fitness. But this is the first show where they had women's bodybuilding and physique. They also had wellness, and it's surprising. This show had the most women's bodybuilding for the first of the year. We had 8 women. We had 8 ladies. Compared to physique, we had 5, and compared to wellness, we only had 3. Those other two, like wellness, you would have at least 100 women, just about. And with bikini, with bikini wellness, we have over 100 women, and then with physique, you might have a good 30 or 40. Sometimes, maybe 20. It's all depending. But we had 8 ladies representing women's bodybuilding this year. This was a great turnout compared to last year when we had one competitor that was either Montgomery, but and I was hoping she might compete this show, but I guess she decided to maybe take a step back from after last year and maybe work on a few things, or she might just, I don't know, she might pop in whenever she's ready to. We got somebody just popped in here, and some man, there's a boy Roy. He says, "Hi George, hi Roy, how you doing?" He says, "Sherry got top 5 at the O." Well, yeah, top 5 at the O. Oh, that's really nice of you, Roy. I like Sherry. I do. I do like her. She has a great physique. But as long as you have people like Michaela Acock, Teresa Van Sick, most definitely the champ herself, Andrea Shaw, maybe Angela Yao, and a few others, top 5 might be too kind of a shot for her. Like I said, Sherry has a great physique. But it's tough, especially if some of these ladies come in condition, especially if they're much younger competitors. You know, it's just how it is sometimes. Um, my partner here, he did watch the live stream because like I said, I live on a budget, and they do have. And if you followed my last two, um, my last two videos we did the other week, our last 2 live streams, we left the link for the one shared stream. Also, we left your discount code that was set up by the Female Bodybuilding channel, and it's 10% off. And if you watched the videos and saw the discount code, yeah, knocked you off maybe $5 at the most. That will help you out. $5, I could get a cup of coffee, a cup of coffee, a cup of coffee. Man, wow, freak out. They pay out like that about you, man.
That's a
What?
really expensive coffee.
Well, it goes. Hey, that's Starbucks for you. I don't drink coffee like that. I never really was for coffee. Yeah. So, um, as you know, you watched the show, Jen. So,
Yeah.
what was your thoughts on the show, and how did you feel? Did you have predictions of who was going to place, or it's just that you just let's wait and see how the outcome of it.
No, I already had my predictions on who was going to place where. Um, the one competitor that I didn't really call it really make a strong prediction for was what's her name? Wait a second. Um, Julia Whitesell.
Witzel, yeah,
Whitesell.
yeah,
Because she came in so late, so I didn't really know where she was gonna land per se. But I did read a Muscle Insider article that predicted who could be in the top 3, which was Shuri Priyami, uh, 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 um, Witzel, and uh, is it Tisha Oliver or
Keisha. I think
Keisha
Keisha.
Keisha Keisha
Yeah,
Oliver.
yeah.
Um, I mean, it kind of landed where that went out in terms of prediction wise. I mean, I had Sherry Priami's first two, so I think you did as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not too shocking there. And um, production-wise, I want to just go into the live stream itself. I mean, there were some parts where they had some audible issues. It wasn't noticeable all the time, but there was some parts where I couldn't hear the competitor because it was some guy talking. I forget who. Um, there was also Nicole, a bodybuilder, female bodybuilder. I'm not sure what her last name was, but she was a commentator. And then they had Isabel Terrell as well. So,
Yeah.
and we all know who she is.
Yeah.
So
Well,
those were the commentators for the night.
because I know Bobby Ciccarello, he was the for the commentators for stage. He was the presenter because or some people call him Bob Chick. I call him Bobby Chick because it sounds Bob Chick Johnson. Bobby Chick is better, and he does a lot. He does a lot of the presentations for most of these shows here and there, and they had it in Vancouver. I think it was like from pictures I saw here and there, it looked a pretty good venue. Maybe had a few things work with the auto stuff like that. We're hoping maybe we have it back next year because we know we've lost some shows this year and last year for women's bodybuilding, and it'd be a great show for them. We are here, my man Roy dropping the game. Roy said, "Man, did you see Christina Mendoza? Christina's updates, and she's monster." He's talking about Christina Mendoza. I see some, she's getting some put good size. About we hadn't seen this Christina Mendoza since 2021. It's been a little 2 years since we last time see her. Also, he says, "I love Julia, but when Sherry turned to the back, it was two old women. Her back, hamstrings, glutes were just too much." And yeah, and that's the thing. The back can often make or break how you're gonna place at a show. And from the pictures of videos I've seen of Sherry, Sherry just she kind of like from the back. She reminds me a lot of uh Evie. It's not Ivy. I always call her Ivy Rain because I'm like I'm from the South. We see how we spell it. So it's Evie Rain. So it's she has that big back, big traps. I mean, and she's a physique competitor. But it's just and you remember Sherry was a physique competitor. She last competed physique back in 2020. She made the switch last year, did pretty good. Took second in shows like Chicago, Atlanta, third at Tampa. Was on her way, probably even maybe at the right shows or to either get in by points or qualify. But for the story I told her that I think her one of her kids got sick. I believe her daughter, and she wanted to tend to her. And like I said, I mean, as a mom, she was more important. Her children were more important than the show. But you know, the opportunity what could have happened if she had just done one more show, and got by points. We got a man here, Sean McMillan. He drops this. Sean says, "Congratulations, Sherry, but Julia Whistle was like, wow." Well, like I said, we hadn't seen Julia Whistle for at least about 2 years, so it gave her time to really grow and develop. Like I said, she's still young. It's just that, like again, what Roy said, if she worked on her back a little bit more and the definition, she has good conditioning, but she just needs that little bit more size and better muscle density, especially around about the little part of the traps and the upper part of the back. If you can make that muscle really pop and stand out, you can do pretty good. I mean, like I said again, the back can make or break how you place. So, and what else would you say about the show that you watching it?
Um, yeah, so there was a pretty long wait um, between the beginning of the show, which started at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the end of the show, which was honestly around almost 12 a.m. Um, so that's about 11 hours. And women's bodybuilding was the last
Division.
sport division brought out. Yeah, it was. You had to go through a very long long slog to get to it, basically. Um, because you had men's bodybuilding amateurs, then you had men's classic physique, then you had men's physique, then you had women's uh, um, figure, women's physique, women's bodybuilding amateur. That was also this is a regional show too, so there's a lot of divisions as well. You got true novices. True novices are people competing for the first time. Then you got novices. Um, um, there was a lot of divisions. It was like, and by the time they got to the professional class, um, I had to wait then to figure women's physique, and then we finally got to bodybuilding.
Mhm. Yeah, like I said, since it's a pro am show, because it's CPA, which is Canadian Physique Association, which is a kind of like the NPC version of the NPC, but it usually takes a while. I remember when I went to Savannah, they had it was a pro am show, but it was, like I said, a good lineup. We had a good weight. I mean, like I said, this time we had more female bodybuilders than we had in physique or in wellness. I'm surprised I only had 3 women in wellness. Usually I have like so to get 100 women in the wellness part, but my guess some women were not ready for this show, and they probably want to wait for the shows are here in the states and probably where they're more. It's not really since we don't have the point system anymore. You know, tiers don't really matter anymore because the fact is we don't have point systems. So it's
Yeah,
just yeah. So what's the point of having tiers? We don't have point systems. Um,
yeah.
Here my man Shot Millen just dropped this. He says, "What do you guys think of Melina Paron?" She looked all right. I was surprised that she got third. I was thinking she was probably get fourth or fifth. I think but I think one thing I think she did had a good amount of conditioning. Good size in the quads. I think
Yeah, yeah. When she came on stage, that was the thing that a lot of us noticed was the quad leg areas. Like they really jerted out. Let's just say that was definitely one of her, and she definitely noticed it too and used it to her advantage in the what do you call it competition, showing off your best traits.
where she does the like abdominal thigh because that's the thing where you stick the thigh, you shake it, real good, and you just make that big twerk and you just stop it right there.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
somebody's
yeah,
like, especially the ones that know they have very thick, like something like good example is like Roy mentioned somebody like Christina Mendoza who has big quads. Someone like Marjorie Martin who is just a quadzilla. I mean, I think she is. I think just what she used to her advantage a little bit. Like I said again, where her midsection is, and the issue is that she was overweight. She did have 2 kids, not as good, but my guess it was just maybe she had a good back, good quad size that might have compensate for her issues with the midsection also. We got here, and then Roy saying, I kind of felt bad for Julia. She was very optimistic. I kind of say be optimistic, but like I said, you know how it is with judging. Judges are going to go by what they feel is the best aesthetic. Especially this is bodybuilding, not physique. You have to really come in with a little like one thing with Julia, she's on the taller side. She's at least about 5'8", 5'9". And with the taller women, it's a lot harder for me to get on that muscle density because it takes them more to build more. Like a show like Sherry, who's like about what if 5'3", 5'4". It don't take as much as to put on muscle because you're more compact. Usually I think usually the shorter you are, the more you can put on the muscle. A little better compared to someone who's a lot taller. But I was yesterday. I called a lady who I've been good friend with, Shea Mashaka, and she took seventh that show, and she looked great. I mean, Shay looked amazing. I mean, she hadn't competed since I think 2021, and that yesterday was Shay's birthday. So happy belated birthday to Shay Mashaka. It was a birthday that Sunday. I wanted to call her and see how she's doing, and uh, you know, how she's feeling. She was feeling good. She liked it. She's determined to maybe do a couple more shows. Hope best of luck for her. Now, you know, the one person I thought she would place higher was Keisha Oliver. Now Keisha looked good. I mean, she looked really impressive. I think she may not have too much to work on. They said her posing was decent because she's posed by Sheila Black. Sheila Black, that's a legend.
Yeah.
She's one of the top posing coaches around right now. Um, you know, but she looks really good. What you think about Keisha?
Keisha, yeah, she was, when I went to the New York Pro, she was the only competitor from the New York Pro that I saw live in person on the stage competing again. Um, yeah, I thought maybe she should have placed a little bit higher. From what I can remember from the live stream, though, she when she was doing her individual posing um, to the music, she kept going way back to like the back of the room, and that doesn't show up a lot of details.
Hmm.
And we noticed that too. And she just kept going back and back and back, and that may have hurt
Yeah.
her a bit. I don't know if that would have changed the score at all, but you never know with those kinds of things.
Yeah, it could affect it because you know what? They want you to come out front. The judges want to see you. You get back too far in the back, we get into the shadows. They don't need to see the detail of your muscles. They want to see how you look. Like I said, she has a great physique. A man, Charlotte Millencal agrees with me. He says, Keisha Oliver has a good physique. Yeah. We'll post some pictures real quick. So I pulled up on social media. And I got it on Keisha's IG. This is her with my dear friend Miss Tana Huey. Tana did pretty good. She took fifth, and they both are women of Jamaican descent. And she's proud of it. Both have beautiful, great physiques. I mean, I like Tana's suit. She's proud of her Jamaican heritage. I like Keisha's suits, nice colors and bright. Good. You can look at the details of both of them, especially if you look at around about Keisha's shoulders, her delts. It look pretty good. Also, right here is right next to here is um Andrea. That's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Next to and also we have her here with Andrea Sauer. And Andrea, she looks great. I mean, she hadn't competed since 2021. Last time she competed. She wanted to do a show because it was close to her because she lives in California. We talked about this. That there should be more shows for women's bodybuilding in the West Coast. It's other than you have this Vancouver that's already up in Canada, and other than that you have the Rising Phoenix, but that's invitation. Like I said, I was hoping she would crack the top five, but she got sixth place, so maybe she does need some things to work on. She does she is small in the legs, and that's the one thing you really need to bring your size in your legs, especially in women's bodybuilding. She has a good peak. Maybe her she might have missed her condition just a bit, but she can work on those things. She make the improvements so she can think about competing more shows. And here we have the lovely lady, my dear friend Miss Shay Mashaka. You know, great lady. Today was her birthday. She looked great. I mean, she was very proud of herself. She put in, she didn't bottom out. She can say this: she didn't bottom out. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah. So she should be proud of herself. I mean, we hope to see more Keisha because we only see her one time last year. Maybe she'll do maybe one more show, maybe two more shows. It's all depending. As some ladies I've talked to say because the fact there's so few shows women's bodybuilding this year. As you know, uh, well, I think I talked about this earlier, where you know Linda's not having a Savannah show this year. The Puerto Rico Pro is gone. Indy's gone. Got kicked out of Omaha, and just I think it's just getting difficult. It's really
Maybe,
getting difficult.
maybe this will encourage more competitors to compete at these shows. I don't know.
Yeah, but obviously, I'll keep hearing things, factors about money and about this and that and that and this and that. It just, I know maybe me being a fan, I get tired of hearing that it's about the money. But the fact is, hey, as long as I buy a ticket, if I buy the ticket, it shouldn't matter what division's there. I mean, if I buy a ticket and go see Women's Badminton Show and walk out doing the men's show, that's it. Hey, I already paid for my ticket. But it's just nonsense. Now it said that um, I know Tana took fifth place. I predict she could take fifth, and she looked really good. I mean, she hadn't competed since 2021, the end of 2021. That was a Toronto Pro, where I think she took fourth place. That show was only four competitors. I remember we were talking. She says, "Why didn't I get the high?" She was better conditioned than I think it was who was winning that year. I can't remember. Mila Ash won that show, and I forgot who was two and three. But I do remember Tana was number four, and she said I could have got second or third. But like I said, well, sometimes Tana judges will look at certain things, especially with your physique. Your one thing is that you do have issues in the midsection. Maybe they feel like you need to bring more size in your legs, but your legs is not as much as small as Mila Ash. But it's always something that judges will find, especially with older competitors and those older competitors who have kids. It can affect how you're having children does affect how your body conditioning looks. Like uh, Melina Perro, who took third, she has two kids, and even though she has two kids, she still comes in good condition and straight. And then she does have an issue being that again she was overweight before with the midsection. But it's about just coming in. But she looked great. I mean, she's been working hard. She put on just a bit more size. This year's a little better compared to about 2 years ago. But I hope maybe she'll do it. She might do Toronto, but she said last year. I remember we were talking. She wanted to come here and do shows in the States. But like I said, there's so few shows in the States other than New York, Tampa, Chicago. Where there's the master shows, but those are not Olympic qualifications. And she's determined to do Olympic qualification in Atlanta. So maybe she might try to do New York, or she might try to do Chicago, or maybe try to do Tampa.
Isn't the Atlanta schedule this year?
I know you get. I know. Don't you have schedule? Because I'm trying to remember. Is it when is Atlanta? I think it's next month. I know. I know.
No.
I, New York is next month. No, no. Yeah, New York's next month,
Yes.
and Atlanta's like in June. Because I know it was June or July. I know. I was thinking about going to that show because, like I said, I got Lisa seats up there in Atlanta. I could stay with her. She told me that she was gonna come down here and
It's
visit
gonna be
her.
July.
Yeah, because she told me she was gonna come down there and visit my sister, her mother, and we'll go back and go right back with them. I said, no, after getting my car fixed and money's getting kind of tight because if I start, like I said, my sister used to give me some money for when she carries my taxes. And I said I was going to take some of that money saved, but I said, I need to get that car fixed, so I couldn't really save like I need to for that trip. Tickets. One big part. If I just ride my sister, my niece back to Atlanta, and they come back to North Carolina, and then all I got to pay for is just the ticket because I'm to pay for price of a train and the price of a room, just ticket for the show, and then some little pocket change for you might want to get a little something. So
Keep in mind too, it's not actually in Atlanta. It's in like a suburb of Atlanta, Duluth, Georgia. City.
so it's just technically to me in my
Yeah,
mindset.
close.
Yeah, but my mindset is in Atlanta. So
Yeah,
as long as if it's still use the same zip code, it's Atlanta. So it's just a suburb of Miami. It's just another section of that same city. Okay, my man Roy says, um, "Man, you have to agree. Sherry just made insane improvement. She's evolved into something else. If she can improve her lat spread, I'm she might be the conversation of the winning title. Nope. I'm sorry to disappoint you, brother. I know you like Sherry. She has made improvements, but Andrea is. I know people say sometimes people will lose, but Andrea right now is too tough to beat. She's in the conversation. She does look pretty good, but she might crack top 10, top five, maybe top three. No.
almost impossible.
Yeah, that I no offense to Sherry. I mean, she's a great lady. I've talked to her recently. I hope maybe I can get her to for an interview sometime soon. But you know, it's gonna be tough because Andrea is, like I said again, as long as you have the much younger competitors like Teresa Vasic, you have Angela Yo, you have Andrea, you have
Helly's
also
still competing.
who
Helly's still Helly Trinius.
Hello. Well, Hella. she's in the same age group with, but she does come in good condition. When Hella comes in good condition, she's gonna be tough to beat. You know, and also he says Andrea is too hard to beat. Yes, you know, because also like she also has that very aesthetic and pleasing look about her. You know, and that's why she's been so dominant the last 3 years. I might say 4 years, because she has both muscle and beauty. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that Sherry's not a unattractive woman. She's a competing woman, but like I said, the judges always look for something in particular these ladies that might work to their advantage, and Andrea has that. But it's gonna be tough to anybody. I know. Maybe it's me being a fanboy of on Andrea Shaw, but yeah, she's gonna be tough competing to beat. I mean, it's not like that situation would happen with Sarah and Natalia. It's just that that was a situation where Sarah Vilgas, what she did was listen to other people, and she did this. This has happened to. And I talked about it before how it happened to Iris Kyle about almost 20 years ago when after she beat Linda back 2004. Then they're telling her to come in a little more softer, a little bit less size, and then turn around. Yeah, Xeno King wins the show, coming in huge and buff, kind of like what Natalia did. Natalia, to tell Sarah, hey, come in a little more softer. She did, just slight little softer, and then Natalia comes in huge and buff, and then she wins the show. So sometimes,
Translation. Do not listen to what people say.
yeah, just work with what you have. If your condition is good, like I said, Sarah has good conditioning. She, just leave, like I was saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As simple as that. Okay, here we go. We have here Roy saying only a 30 pounds heavier and same conditioning, Angela could beat her. I don't know about Angela either. 30 pounds, maybe not even that. Sometimes it's not about pounds, it's about overall aesthetics. For one thing, like I said, Angela, she is a bit shorter because I think she's like 5'2", 5'3". Also, her look is a little bit, she's a little bit more of a goth girl looking. How she has her head done when she's kind of saved the sides, and you know, she also has tattoos. Not too many noticeable, mostly on the hands. I think the judges are looking for that complete athlete. Great look, great femininity. Um, you know, not too tatted up, not too no giant, huge set of silicone balloons, and that's what Andrea is. I'm not saying perfect, but she's near there. I mean, she's that throwback classic look, good lean muscle, nothing that takes away from her physique. Because I've seen some ladies that when they get them, it does take away how their physique look. Some women look great without them. Some women do. It's all depending on the woman, but it's gonna be tough. But anyway, back to the show. I'm sorry, we're getting distracted by Roy. But
Let me kind of just go over how Sherry won, like in detail. Like I can maybe show it better if I share my screen here and just kind of.
Go ahead.
Um, okay. Oh, you got it. Yeah. Okay, so you see here, she's got very proportional definition, good upper body here. Everything's very symmetrical. Like every body part seems to be just on point per se.
Mm-hmm.
She's also got a good tan, nice smile, hairdo's nice,
Mm-hmm.
posing nice, breasts are fine. This is really nice here. Oh wait, this one. Back is good. There. This is a good shot as well. You can see like the veins on her biceps, triceps, biceps, all those areas.
Mm-hmm. Vascularity. That's one thing that's I think very important is how vascular you are. You want to it should be important for men too, but it's also just as important for the women.
Yeah. back shot. But yeah, if you just look at like yeah, if you can look at like just like here, you can see like symmetrically wise, like most of the other competitors didn't really have a body built like this, where it was just as perfect. Some of them were a little bit too tall. It was a little bit too where the torso is just a little bit off compared to the other ones. I mean, I think the closest one actually was Tina Huey, of all people. She had the best abdominals I found, even better than Sherry. But Sherry had the overall package
Hmm.
that was probably the best. I found.
Yeah, we got a special guest that's popped in here. This is our man, KL the Wanderer. He just did an
Yeah, but
interview this. Yeah, he just did an interview this afternoon. I missed it because I was working on some stuff. I'm always on. And I wanted to come in and because he reached out to me, come in and help him out every now and then. Sit out his little interviews. I don't have a problem with that, but I hope it's a good interview. I mean, just interview. What was the interview again?
Angela Norrie. She was on
And
Didi on the spot. Like, yeah, I was trying to redo some research on her. And then, I seen her on Didi on this. Yo, this dude, he interviews like so many women. It's not even funny, man. Like,
yeah. I think he probably has next to the female body channels. He has the most interviews to anybody. And he's
yeah,
so, he's he the content he's doing for women's body, but that's good. These ladies need a voice. We have a
yeah,
comment here from man Roy. He's saying, "True, I agree. She's very beautiful. She needs to rock a longer hair and more femininity." You must be talking about Andrea. She's feminine enough, and her hair is long enough for her. She don't need to rock anything longer. He's also laughing on this silicone balloon. Balloons, yeah. I know it. But women like Sherry and Andrea, they don't go too far off with, because I see some ladies who kind of go like, really big. Some try to go moderate, and some not go, a little bit too away. It really distracts from the rest of the physique.
mm,
But as he was talking about Sherry, I'm gonna post a video from her show, and I'm not gonna play the sound because music, you know how YouTube is. You're always on your back about when you play music. So you know. I'll put it up here, and it's from the show.
she got silicones.
Yeah, she got breast implants. See right here.
Oh,
See
okay,
how they're kind of spaced out,
yeah,
so you don't really, we don't take too much distraction from the
right.
pictorials, and they're not too big. I think they might be maybe a moderate C size because some women got D's and double D's.
It's
That's
not
understandable.
to an extreme. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Yeah, because it can take away from your physique a bit. It's one thing if you're a bikini competitor, you need them for that. But when you're a bodybuilder physique competitor, you shouldn't aim too big. So we're gonna see what's her video. And here she comes out. This is from the routine she competed at. She has a great smile. Good hair. Good. I think she does need to be more tapered a little bit in the midsection. But like I said, she had 3 kids, so
Although compared to the other competitors, I couldn't really tell.
hmm Well, like I said, I think her she has 3. She has 3. Tana has 1. I know she has 3, and I know Melina has 2. So generally, half these women on the show all have kids, except for I don't know if Keisha has any. She never said, and she may not. We don't know. She might be post for kids like that. And I know Andrea, she doesn't have any, and I know Julie Russell doesn't have any, even though she's married. Both Andrea and Julie are married and have kids. But like I said, Julia's still young, so you never know when she might want to take a step back and want to have kids. I know some ladies say they may not want them. Some ladies say they eventually want some.
Yeah, I remember I interviewed somebody. They didn't want kids.
Yeah, that's just it's about your choice and preference. But like I
Yeah,
said, she looked pretty good. I mean, you know, came in here. You know, this is from an interview she did a while back, and it's as you know, she's a dental hygienist. She,
Yeah.
I prayed for a little bit.
I just like working with people. I don't think that I'd be happy, sitting in a cubicle alone.
Sure is a people person, but after a long day of talking to people and the people more like mumbling back, it's time to get out and unwind.
Time work's done, I'm ready to go kind of exert some energy, let some of my steam off for the day. Typically for a dental hygienist, full time is 4 days a week. I happen to only do 3 at the moment, which allows me to have a little bit more time to focus on my bodybuilding.
Wait, what?
Now it's like I can't get enough. Want to be bigger.
Part bodybuilder, part dental hygienist. Talk about balance.
I'm a pretty type A OCD type of person. I work really well with a schedule and a plan. This is my sanctuary. This is where I come to decompress and, believe it or not, relax. This is my favorite time of day. This is where I feel comfortable. I feel at home here.
Bodybuilding wasn't always the plan for Sherry. After having her third baby, she wanted to get back in shape. She and a friend said, let's sign up for a figure competition to give us a goal to work towards.
We had this whole Fit by 40 was our motto. My first competition, I won. And so we did another one, and I won that one. And that qualified me for a national show. It took on a life of its own after that.
Sherry got her pro card, and suddenly she was seeing herself for what she is, one of the top female bodybuilders in the world.
I don't think I realized how I looked or the changes I had made until I saw my stage shots, of the competition, especially my back. I turned around and, oh my gosh, that's me. It was really kind of surreal.
As her muscles grow, so does her discipline, habits, heart, mental toughness. Something that she and any female bodybuilder need for success. And she's found community in the sport, less like competition and more like camaraderie.
I think we deal with a lot of society outlashing towards us for how we look. A lot of people don't find us socially normal physically, which I understand.
Not really a surprise. Female bodybuilders hear it. They hear it from the trolls, people who don't understand what it takes. Sherry doesn't let it get to her. She puts in the work because that's what she wants.
That's what I focus on. I focus on the positive. And, I have a lot of younger girls who approach me and will say that, that I inspire them. And to me, that's worth it all. To be that kind of a role model for somebody, doing something that you love, it's pretty cool.
It's never too late to go after a dream, and balancing it all takes a lot of strength.
I've learned that I'm a lot stronger mentally than I ever thought I was. That as long as you have that drive and that desire, pretty much able to do whatever you want in life. The confidence that comes with that, the ability to know that if you're consistent and you work the plan and you stay the course, as cliche as it sounds, that eventually you come out winning.
In Melbourne, Danielle Stein, Spectrum Sports 360.
Well, like I said, that is great. That most definitely women's bodybuilding, needs a lot of good press. It's not you don't get enough of it. I know a while back I started Taquejo had done an interview because she lives also. Natalia lives in Florida, and she did an interview for a local Florida news station. Sherry did this one. I know a while back, I think Teresa Vasa did one in Pittsburgh. These ladies needed, also, I would love to see someone like Andrea Shaw on maybe a bigger news outlet, like something like, CBS This Morning, Good Morning America, Today Show, even something like, Tamara Hall or, I remember a lady who did an interview a while back, Minzy Malnazi. She was on Steve Harvey show twice. And
I remember that one.
Yeah. She was on a dating show and then did a little thing. She talked about that in our last interview and asked her how it was like to work with Steve. We got Omar Costa. Omar says, delicious girls. I know you like the girls. And also we have here Sharon Millen. Sherry is going to be the Olympia top 3. Sean, I know you have comments, girl. I think she's a great, but as long as you have
You don't
people
think
like,
she don't think she has a chance with Andrea Shaw?
no,
Oh, okay.
no. It's she might crack the top five, but as long as you have Angela Heller, Teresa Vasic, whoever else is, or if Mela get herself together, Mela, she was back in 2020, she was in top, she was number four, and
Mm.
then talk about somebody like maybe Monique Jones coming back, or whoever else is coming who has been out for since last year. It's gonna be tough. Like I said, Donna Solis, she did pretty good taking 14. I thought she might be one of the tie for 16, but she did pretty good. I'm still surprised that Rashada Boswell bottomed out at 16. That still
And
surprised
we
me.
also we also got competitors like Mona Pochelet
Mm-hmm.
and Ayla Ash, who seem to have been in that top spot for a while, but then have really um, declined a bit in recent shows.
Yeah, because actually, Mona was at the show because I saw pictures. She was there. 'Cause I saw pictures of her. She was there. You know, at the Vancouver. Because remember, she was originally from Canada, but
Yeah,
Adrian,
she was
she's
in
from
the
Irene.
audience.
Yeah, she was in the audience, and I think she was probably scoping out who's the competition, and then I think Isabel Terrell supposed to be competing then again this year. I don't know. I know some people know her might be competing with, but it's just hearsay for right now. Now
Irene. It's called Iran. What the
Iran,
hell? Yeah, I was like for a second like, talking about
Iran. I was like, what's
Hurricane
it?
Irene.
Now I was gonna say Iran. She's from Mona's originally from Iran, but she can't go back there because of the the extreme ideologies of Islam, which is over there. Women who like bare themselves because to them she's like completely naked. Even she's wearing there's like this Iranian female bodybuilders, but they're pretty much clothed. They have their um, hijab on, and then they're just wearing and you can see the muscle detail under the shirt, stuff like that. But you don't really, you really want to see how it looks like in a posing suit. I mean, there's even some women who are Muslim who box and they box with everything on. I mean, it's just to get not even an inch of skin other than their face, and you probably don't even see that. You don't really see their ears either. I mean, one lady she did a weigh in the show and and at a for a boxing match, and they could have said, well, you can weigh her. Like one thing is tradition is like take her to a room, let her get butt naked around some women, take her clothes off for the women because if like that's tradition, you want to see where a man. Then when you come out and do the weigh in, just like UFC does that, um they have the official weigh in, and then they have the ceremonial weigh in, the way you just come out in front of the crowd. So you just weigh in private. Then when she comes out, she just gets on the weight, and then even though the weight be off because she's wearing her full garb, you can just say, hey, just say the weight that she was measured at, you know. But I don't know. Some people are just this, how it is. But like I say, it was a pretty good show. Good lineup of ladies. I saw some clips here and there on social media. One of the ladies, as you mentioned, the lady Nicole, I think it's Janvix. I forgot her name.
Yes.
She actually became pro back in I think it was 2018 at the Romanian not the Romanian the Miss International. I remember that, and she posted. I'm just going to find it. I thought it was here somewhere. She posted a little video from the pose down. She posted it on IG. Let me see if I can find it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gotta be careful because you know how YouTube is. Even just something, guy. Just a second. I hope YouTube don't strike me in YouTube. So, and I'll pull it up in a second because we're in height.
Thank you.
And yeah, you're welcome. And it looks like these ladies were really showing out and showing up. There's Melina right there. I think that's Keisha in the back. There's Shay right there. There's that other lady. She's way in the back. come out in the front. You have Sherry and Andrea doing a front, doing the most muscular, the crab pose battle off. You got Julie right there. This was a decent. I mean, I miss the days when back in the days when ladies used to do pros down. Shay, I'm gonna call Shay on this next time I talk to her because I say I want to do an interview with her later on and see how she do it up the interview. She should have came up front. Yeah, I know you didn't win the show, but still, you do the final pose down, show out. I mean, the lady in the way in the back. She did the you can see she also did kind of like the crab pose. If they show it, just watch it a minute when she comes up right behind
What place?
Julia,
What
and she
place
does
Andrea? Oh, sorry.
who
No, what place Andrea
I
that
mean Andrea. She's Andrea,
and
not
yeah,
Andrea.
Andrea.
Andrea, she's Andrea because yeah.
Andrea.
Well, she took sixth.
That's the Vixen. The
Yeah, Rick
the
Vixen. Yeah, she took
Red
sixth.
Vixen, yeah.
Yeah, and Tanner right there behind Junior Wessel took fifth. And I predicted on on my live stream with the female Bible chat that she was gonna take fifth. I said that Keisha was gonna take second or third, I believe, but there's talk that like Julia, she's still on the little tall side. She maybe work more with her conditioning, coming a little tighter. She reminds me of this lady that I whose name I do not speak, who I met a while back. She's a big tall girl. She's a big tall girl, but she just needs maybe to work on her condition a little bit to come in a little tight. I think she only won it because she really had a little bit better size and her condition a little better. Marlene looked pretty good. We hadn't seen her compete since 2021. Talon had competed since 2021. She looked great. I mean, she looked amazing. I told her that. I said in the post. She looked all right. Keisha looked pretty good. I most definitely thought Keisha get second. Most definitely get second, but she got fourth. But these ladies look all great. Great for them. You know, but this show had a very small lineup for women's physique. I mean, it was surprisingly only 5 competitors, where you had 8 for women's bodybuilding. Usually, you know, physique we usually have like 20, 30 women just about. But my guess is, wasn't really ready for the show. They weren't really ready. So, the winner is Ann Moon, and I had no doubt that Ann Moon was going to win. I mean, you can look at Ann. Great physique. Looking from right here, about here around about the higher part of her quads and the side calves. She came a long way, all the way from France to do the show, where she could have probably waited and maybe do New York or probably do the Portugal show, or maybe, but she probably wanted to do the first show of the year and get it out of the way and get opportunities. Also shows like Pittsburgh and shows like St. Louis coming up. But but my guess is, yeah, look at her back. This is where the people say she might need to go up to bodybuilding. It's just look at the details of the glutes, look at the calves. She might do good if she goes to bodybuilding. Look around at the traps and shoulders. She's the last couple of times she's placed the top 10 at the Olympia. This is gonna be her 4th or 5th Olympia, if I'm thinking about it. And she looks really good. She has a great look to her. Very aesthetically pleasing. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe do a crossover comparison with her and a bodybuilder. Trying to find the right one to put against. To see, my next comparison video. But she looks really good. Put check here. She has a good. That's about a good, like almost a front lat spread. She's not spread out. Go outside. What's happening? You got to pop in. Somebody popped in and out. Oh, must be must have been nearby here. Yeah, but she looks really impressive. We got a man coming through. A man, Marcus Bell, says all the way George Page coming through, smashing that like. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate you, brother, coming through. But she only had 4 women to go up against. One of them was Lisa Coldry. I think Lisa got, I think she got 4th of the show. And then I think the other lady, I forget her name, got 3rd. She was a Spanish lady from Spain. And Martek, she took 2nd. Yeah. But like I said, tell you the truth, I felt like she was going to win this show. There was no doubt about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think she has a. She said it wasn't enough pictures they post on her. This is, I think it's her and Julia right there. This is from her. It's a little video from the show. You know, like I said, I'm been impressed by Anne Moon. She has a great physique. Yeah, and truthfully, I think she has potential for women's bodybuilding. But as long as she can make the Olympia as a physique competitor, and as long as she can make the top 10, she's going. I think she's gonna stay in physique. But if there's more shows and more qualifications, especially overseas, she might try to jump over if she feel like she has a better opportunity. Yeah. No, it was Michelle Stevies that took third. Michelle Stevies took third. There's another competitor. That's the makeup lady. She's, like I said, these are the top three. With you had Anne is first, Mark Tickett second, and Michelle Stevies at third. Yeah. But like I said, all these ladies are very impressive. I mean, this is a little video, I made a while back. I guys got a lot of free time with my hands. So with my always says the first show for the season is in the books. So as we know, what's the next show I think New York's coming up in May.
Yes.
And I heard that Judy Wessel said she's interviewed that if she won the Vancouver, she's gonna still do New York anyway. So she's confirmation that she's gonna do New York. I don't know who else. Maybe Keisha might try to do it again like she did last year. I reached out to Donna Salim after she was going to do it. She said, nah. She said she's really, timing and waiting to probably do another show because, she said she wasn't going to do New York this year. And that's I think at least that's 3 ladies that.
Tamara McCarr.
Oh, Tamara? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Tamara. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I know she said she was going to do Atlanta last time I talked to her because she told me that she thought she was hoping I was going to come to Atlanta. She said it used to be back in the day, used to give you tickets, for if you have people coming to visit for the shows. You have a friend like they give you a ticket, but they don't do that anymore. So I said, but I said, well, I'm not going to make because I don't have the money to buy my own tickets. If you give me a free ticket, and I have enough money just to pay for my ride there and back. That would save me a little bit, but that's out in the air. We're here. A man, Charlotte Miller says, have you seen Anastasia Kobaleva recent photos on IG? Man, she's huge. Now, Anastasia Kobaleva, as you know, she is the other Russian bodybuilder by the name Anastasia. I saw her at Savannah last year. She's huge. Have you seen Ava Milo, how I say her name is, recent photos on IG? She's huge. I think I saw her. I believe she was the one that earned her pro card at the North Americans, the same show where my friend Abdul competed last year. Also, he says that what's right here? He says, wait a minute. Take things like this. He says Judy Whistle will probably be the favorite in New York if she does that show. More likely, yeah. That'll give her at least, I think, that show. What's the date of that show? I think it's like the middle of May or the 1st of May.
May 20th.
So by the end of I would say by the end of May. So that gives at least about 3 weeks to really work on her condition a little better. Size. It's going to be hard to put on size within 3 weeks. But if she can just,
it depends on who competes at it, and I don't know which I don't know who's going to be competing at New York Pro this year.
well, I remember
other than the women we already listed.
Yeah, Richard. Well, I remember last year, Teresa Voxic said she was going to do the show, but it was like this. I think she was going to do, if she didn't win an Indy, Yeah, because she said she was originally training for Indy, but she cut her prep short by a week or two for I think a week because I think Indy was in that 1st of May, and then I think New York was 2 weeks later because I think Indy was May 5th or 7th. I try to remember that. I could ask Jada, you know, you know, and she cut her prep a week and a half short for Indy, and she won that show. So it could be a chance that she Teresa might do New York because she didn't as y'all know, um top five for Olympia is no longer for the women's bodybuilding divisions. It's just top three. All except for men's open, I think 212. Excuse me, everybody else is top three because I don't know why they did that. To me, I don't know why he did that. I mean, that what that does is it. This is where I get frustrated with what they keep doing. Cut out qualification from top five to top three. Then take out the point system. So what that does is that women who already like top five women, like think about it. If you see how top five women's body, which I mean, Jake Wood could say something good because he owns the Olympia. He could kept Miss Olympia at top five. So because what that helps is that gives you two more competitors. Because now you don't have you have less shows for women's bodybuilding. You only have like 9 to 10 shows as a qualification. Well, actually, I might say 8 to 9 shows for qualification for women's bodybuilding because you can't really count the Rising Phoenix as long as Andrews competed that show. You don't have Puerto Rico anymore. So, you have 7 or 8 shows, maybe 8 or 7 or 8 shows that's qualified for women's bodybuilding. And, and you take out three people that can win by points. So just like I said, Jake could have said, no, let's keep top five for everybody. Or just say, okay, because there's so few competition shots for women's bodybuilding. Okay, women's bodybuilding, men's bodybuilding would keep their top 5 spots because they were the 2 original ones. All the others, because they have more shows, the top 3. I mean, Jake owns the Olympia. He can change that rule. He can change it. I mean, he don't have to do what Jermaine tell him to do. Hey, you own the Olympia. Wow, man. You're supposed to be the man fighting for women's bodybuilding. You know how this affects them when they don't have more competitors. The show's going to be off. But like I said, all the ladies were amazing. Like I said, she looked great. She hadn't competed since 2021. She put on a little more size. Like I said, that day was her 53rd birthday, and and like I said, I talked to her like a little bit after the show. It was like maybe that afternoon. I think the show ended around about 12.
Yes.
Okay,
12
so
o'clock.
yeah, 12 o'clock, and start back up to about 7 o'clock. And and I told her she looked great. She's proud of what she did and what she presented. And like I said, there's a little video here. Her, I'm gonna show it because, like I said, I consider her a friend, and I sent her a birthday gift this weekend because I want to show respect to her, and
Yeah, I seen that one. I seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent me that one, tell you the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah, because she put in a lot of time and work at this. And wait a minute, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. What's going on with your StreamYard? You're being a pain in the ass. Excuse my language. But yeah, like I said, she put on a good show. Wait a minute, let me do this. I think I can do this. Can I do this? Let me go right here to bands. What's wrong? It might be. What's going on with my StreamYard? Hello? Anybody can hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Okay, what's going on with my
That was
StreamYard?
happening to me earlier with the computer.
Yeah. I think I need to clean out my cinch or something. Also, I think because I'm gonna step out real quick, guys. I'm gonna probably come back in. Might be just a problem. I might need us to shut down and move it. Y'all can talk for a good bit among yourself, and I'll be back.
Okay. Hey, so what's up, Jen? How you doing?
Doing good. So I was just gonna go over the winners of previous New York pros. Um, so in 2020 we had Mela Ash. 2021 we had Leah Denny. And 2022 we had Donna Salee. Um, and I know Leah Denny attended the show in 2022. So I'm just curious if any of them will compete at this show. Because there's certain competitors we know for a fact will be competing. I know Jamera McCarr confirmed to me that she's competing at the show. And, I will be attending the show myself, so that should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went. I had to do something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, Keisha Oliver, she competed at the show last year, so she might attend this year again too. That's probably about right.
All right, I am back, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, so like I said, I think she like I was talking with Shay yesterday. She really felt like she needed to work on a few things. She's thinking about doing some master shows. Like she really wants to do the Olympia Master, and that's all the way in Romania. And I'm talking about how that show should be closer to the United States. It should have it here at the main Olympia. It makes more sense, to have that show part of the main Olympia. But I don't know what's going on with but it's always about the interest of money and this and that. You know, it can't be just about the fact that you know it'd be a lot easier for some competitors to compete close to home than going out of their way to another state. I know it's about maybe be more inclusive for competitors across the ocean, but more of the shows are here in America. Than anything. Especially you have the Big Show Olympia. Like I said, this is a little clip from her uh, from performance. So how it is with YouTube. Any little music is just, especially it's copyrighted music, they will be on your ass about it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, she's pretty good. She posts on her IG. My guess somebody in her family recorded for her. I don't know what's going on. It might be just that. I think that I know the problem is that there you go. Like I said, she's a lady of like she's 54 years old. You wouldn't think she's 54. You know, she does have, like I said, the issues is like her age does might reveal a little bit of her, but she has put on some size since 2021. You know, she put in good work. Well, like I said, maybe just a little bit work on her conditioning. But like I said, at 53 years old, it's kind of tough to get in that conditioning if you, like I said, your body's different. Plus, she has kids like herself before. Um, how your toxicity affects, how as you get older, you don't have that elasticity as you was when you were younger. In the lineup, we had at least 3 or 4 women that were at least 50 to 50 plus, counting Shay, the one lady from Chile, and Tana. And everybody else, I think Keisha was 52. I think is she? I'm trying to think. I think she said she's 50. I don't think she was 50. I look at her. I thought she may be in her mid to late 30s. I know Sherry, she's 47.
Yeah.
And and right here, we're just gonna talk about my dear friend Miss Tana Huey. Great lady. She has helped me over the time ever since I started my content on bodybuilding, give me information, educated me and stuff. The friendships I gained with some of these ladies have really helped me as a content maker. When I do these interviews and I do these videos and they share this, it just shares things with me that um most people don't know, you know. And she should be proud of herself. She did good. She came in here. She took fifth place in the show out of 8 women. Well, that's still good. Um, Good presentation, good muscle development. You know, she should be proud of herself. Just a little video of Tana. What's going on? Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think resetting
What's going on
the
here?
made it actually choppier.
Not because I had my computer on practically all day. You just need to turn it off at night if I forget about it. Yeah. I think he's trying to catch up. But that's my fault. I usually turn it off. Sometimes I turn it off before I do. I think Kel is me a message in the private chat. They got to do something tonight. Come back. Okay, yeah, okay, appreciate that. But yeah, but she like 52 years old, and been competing for the last, I think, 10 years. You know, come on here, made top 5 of the show. She took 4. You know, wish her all the best. I mean, I hope you know, she looked great.
Yeah.
She had hair like this, which is, and then she had a nice this posing suits. You have your prejudging. She had the final suits. With the yeah. But I got the computer off and maybe I should turn off this after. But but anyway,
You just completely skipped ahead on that one. I was like, what? It went like
well, that's
really.
obvious.
You know how it talks like really quick, like it catches up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe it would probably be better if we just ended here.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
audience is probably getting every other word of what you're saying.
yeah. I think it's like I said, it's because I apologize, folks, for the inconvenience, the technical difficulties on my end. Next time, I will remember to turn off my computer when I go to bed at night, and turn it off in the afternoon when I put it back on charge when I get up this morning. I should remember that because sometimes it does affect it. I had this computer for a good while, almost 3 years. So maybe I'll think about maybe get myself another new one. It's still a good computer. I just need to clean it up every now and then, because I'm always working on stuff and I got to delete some old files and move this, move that, and blah, 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 blah. But hey, yeah, I would love to if I would love to get myself another desktop where I can have more room. I can do some stuff, little stuff here and there. But like I said, I do appreciate y'all time. My man Roy, Omar Acosta, my man Marcus Bell, my brother Sean McMillan coming through, my man KL the Wanderer. We do appreciate y'all comments. We appreciate y'all's support of our channel. Like I say, like, comment, subscribe, support these women in the sport of bodybuilding. This is a great show. I mean, from what I saw from it, what I heard from it, it was a good show. Maybe we hope the other shows go off without a hitch like this. We hope we get some more bodies, and maybe next year, things will change. Somebody step up, maybe some promoters step up, some sponsors step up. Win the strength. I mean, the master show, I know, but they could take that money they put in the master show and saw that shows like the Indy was dropping, shows like the Omaha was dropping women's bodybuilding, shows like the Big Man Weekend dropped pretty much most of the division except for men's open and men's and women's and bikini. It should have maybe created another show for women's bodybuilding, like even support the Linda Murray Savannah show. The master show. You know, I don't know why they did that. I think it's a good opportunity for some competitors, but I know it's just because we replaced it in the fact that they got rid of point system. That's why I felt like it was. But they should have kept the point system anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have anything else to say, partner, before you head out?
No, it's just onward to the New York Pro. And just a shout out, I will be attending the New York Pro the weekend there, and it's going to be a very good time.
Here's some advice I got from Sean Nelson. Great guy, great photographer. Whenever you see some of these ladies, especially, just approach them and say hello. Don't be shy. Just take a deep breath, put on your big boy shorts on, and just say hello. Introduce yourself. Maybe get some pictures, and maybe hey, you might make a new friend.
I'm not shy. I mean, I've talked to a lot before. It's just I don't feel the need to berate a competitor who just got on and off stage prepping for it like crazy.
Yeah. Well, they know who's crazy, who's not crazy. It's just like I said, But it never, like I said, I understand you want to be, you want to be respectful. But never hurts everyone. Just say hello and just about it and just duck out. Maybe just want to let's see a nice friendly face every now and then.
Yep.
But yeah. But anyway, folks, we appreciate you coming through. Like, comment, share this video. Support the channel. Support man Jen over here, the hand of the Empress. Support me. Support all the women out there and support about it. And also support support the fans of this sport, because you know what? We need also for us people to respect us as people. We're guys who love this stuff. We love these ladies, and don't look upon us as weird. No, we're fans. That's all it is. And we have our favorites. Like no minds. Mine's my favorite from the get go. But I like to see more of these ladies compete in coming seasons, and maybe next year, we can get some shows for them. They need a platform, because it's like, again, it's starting to they're trying to find a way to push out women's bodybuilding, and it's getting, maybe as a fan, as a content maker on women's bodybuilding, I think I'm getting tired of it. I'm really So anyway, like I said, for my man, the hand of the Emperor, Jen.
Peace out, everybody. Congrats to Sherry Priani.
Yo.
Over to New York.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations to Sherry Priami for winning her first Olympia show. Congratulations to all ladies who competed the show yesterday, and wish you best of luck this upcoming season, whichever they want to do. Maybe take a break or compete again. It's we always support every way they do. So anyway, it's me all the way to your page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't subscribe. I am out. Have a good day, and sorry about the interruptions.